A well-known YouTuber, known as Unsupervised Learning, has developed an open-source framework aimed at enhancing human capabilities with AI. This is where I'd like to introduce Fabric. Fabric offers a modular framework designed to address specific challenges through a crowdsourced collection of AI prompts that can be applied universally. In simple terms, it's an open-source AI framework that can automate nearly every task on your computer, making automation incredibly powerful and versatile. Big shout out to Daniel, the creator of this project. He's been working on it for the past few months, and I thought it would be really cool to check it out since many of my subscribers have been recommending it. Definitely give him a subscribe and take a look at this video, which will show you more about what you can do with Fabric.
So I've got this video here. I have loved this video for a long time. I think it came out in 2023 sometime. This is a 1.5 hour video. Let me just show you what they talk about in this thing. We've got philosophy, creativity recession, conspiracies, how you structure your life. The point is, this thing is 1 hour and 24 minutes long. It's got 1 million pieces of wisdom in there. How often can you watch this video? First of all, do you even have 1.5 hours to go and watch the video in the first place? A lot of people don't. I don't have time to go and watch this thing 20 times. I don't have time to watch 30 or 20 or 50 of these a week. So look what I could do. I copy the video URL. I'm going to jump over to my shell, and then I could do this. So I can run this command, pt. This actually just pulls the transcript, pull text. It pulls the transcript. And here's what it does by itself. So that just pulled the transcript. And if you look at this thing, word count with words, I think it's like 16,000 words. Yeah, 16,468 words. That's a lot of content. Well, I want to know, this is the origin story for this first pattern I'm going to show you. The pattern is called extract wisdom. I think we might have seen it scrolling by when we were looking at the patterns earlier. So this thing, you run like this, Fabric. We're going to do streaming. We're going to do pattern and extract wisdom. And what's cool about this is I created it so that it would emulate what I would do if I were to manually take notes. I love the idea of manually taking notes, watching slow, pausing, slow it down, go back, think about it, take some more notes. So I'm trying to emulate that process. And if a video is 1.5 hours long, it's going to take at least that long to take long, detailed notes. So I wanted to emulate that with AI. And that is one of the first patterns that I created for Fabric. So check this out. It is now pulling the content again. It is now sending it into Fabric. And watch what it does. Gives me a summary first. Okay? Pretty cool intro sentence here. Ideas. The West is perceived as dying due to a culture that celebrates mediocrity and suppresses individual greatness. Rilke's poetry. Look at this. This is gold here. Absolute gold. Then it goes into not just the ideas, which are the most important, but then it goes into quotes. And this could have come from either side of the conversation, anybody who is participating in the conversation. Then it goes into their habits. What types of things do they do? Because I'm looking for opportunities to improve my life, going back to the first thing we talked about. So if I find out that I run this against 100 different things, and I find out that they all wake up and get sun in their eyes, which probably I got from running Extract Wisdom on a Huberman video. But anyway, if those add up enough, then they become something that I would update my routine with. Then it goes into facts. So these are like third-party verifiable facts that maybe I didn't know about, but they just happen to mention and I find interesting. So that's one. That is called extract.
Now, I strongly suggest watching the entire video because it delves deeper into the topic, and he has several other videos demonstrating what you can do with Fabric. In today's video, we'll focus on showing you how to install it and give a brief overview of what this framework is all about. So stay tuned and let's dive right in. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're diving into Fabric. Before we jump into the installation, I want to highlight the unique philosophy behind this framework. Since 2023, we've seen a surge in generative AI, leading to the development of various AI applications. However, integrating these applications into our daily lives has been challenging. Fabric was created to address this issue by enabling a more precise application of AI to everyday challenges. So what they've done is that they've basically introduced all these different types of patterns that Fabric is going to try to solve in our lives. In simple terms, it's going to automate almost any task we might have on our computer. So let's just get started. What you're going to need to do is have the latest version of Python installed. You need to make sure that you have at least Python 3.10 installed, and you also need to make sure that you have Git installed. Once you have these two prerequisites installed, we can then move forward with the installation process. In this case, what you want to do first is copy this command over here, which is cloning this project to your computer. So what you want to do is open up Command Prompt. This is if you have Windows. And once you open up Command Prompt, you want to just paste this command in and clone this repository. This will take a couple of minutes to a few seconds. Once it has finished installing this repository, what we can do is go into this directory, which is the Fabric directory, and we can do that by simply typing cd fabric once it has finished cloning. So once it has finished this, I'll be right back. There we go. So what we can do now is just type in cd fabric and then press enter. Once that is done, we can proceed with the installation using pip. You need to make sure that you are using WSL and follow the Linux instructions for Windows. If you have Mac OS, you would simply follow this example or this code over here. And if you have Linux, you would obviously follow this command over here. But since we're using Windows, we'll follow this command by pasting it into our command prompt. Now that the installation is complete, we can proceed by running the setup. Simply copy the run setup command, paste it into the command prompt, and press enter. The next step is to restart your shell and reload everything. After that, you can have it running right away. You also need to set your API key. You can use OpenAI's API key or other large language models, but I recommend using either Anthropic or OpenAI's API key. To set your key on Linux or Mac OS, use the provided command. If you're on Windows, type set OpenAI API key equals followed by your token. Once your key is set, you can easily load it up using the base commands provided. I'll leave a link to their GitHub repository where you'll find various prompts to help automate different tasks. That's all for today's video. There's a lot more information available on the GitHub repository, and I highly recommend checking out the creator's YouTube channel. He dives deeper into his project and thoroughly explains each prompt. I'll include a link to his video and the GitHub repository in the description below. I hope you found this video valuable and that it helps you automate various tasks on your computer. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me and like the video and turn on the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.